What happens when hate speech becomes a crime? Hate speech law in Karnataka sparks free speech fears. The bill defines hate speech broadly, criminalizing expression intended to cause injury, disharmony, or feelings of enmity, hatred, or ill will. The legal difficulty lies in the subjectivity of these terms, which can lead to the weaponization of law. The bill faces scrutiny for potentially violating Article 19(1)(a) of the Constitution by penalizing speech based on subjective hurt rather than the objective standard of incitement to violence. By introducing a rigid framework, the state government's approach raises fundamental questions about the necessity and safety of such tools in a democracy. Legal experts. The recent clearance of the Karnataka Hate Speech and Hate Crimes Prevention and Control Bill 2025 by the Karnataka Assembly on 12 December 2025 represents a significant development in India's legal landscape. While the legislation is stringently aimed at curbing the rising tide of social discord and provocative content, it has sparked a rigorous debate regarding the balance between maintaining public order and preserving civil liberties. A close examination suggests that the bill may inadvertently erode the constitutional safeguards that protect free speech. By introducing a rigid framework in a domain already governed by central statutes and established Supreme Court jurisprudence, the state government's approach raises fundamental questions about the necessity and safety of such tools in a democracy. Democratic governance requires a delicate equilibrium between the right to free expression and the state's duty to maintain order. Legal critics argue that this bill risks abandoning that balance in favor of suppression. The concerns primarily revolve around three legal infirmities: the use of ambiguous terminology that grants expansive police discretion, the imposition of disproportionately severe penalties, and the authorization of preventive arrests without a predicate offence. Consequently, the bill faces scrutiny for potentially violating Article 19(1)(a) of the Constitution by penalizing speech based on subjective hurt rather than the objective standard of incitement to violence. This legislative shift suggests a move from a public order model, where intervention is reserved for threats of violence and legal actions can be triggered by offence, to sentiments model, where the legal action seems inevitable even in absence of threats of violence, motive and commission of offence, as the latter focuses on personal constructions and interpretations. Such a transition is not merely technical, it fundamentally alters the relationship between the state and the citizen, potentially impacting the ability of journalists and critics to function without fear of legal reprisal. Was this verdict fair, or did the judge go too far? Tell us in the comments yes or no.
Here's what this means for you. Under this ruling, anyone facing hate speech can file a complaint at the police station within 72 hours and claim compensation up to 10 lakhs. Save this video for future reference.
Follow Legal Output on Instagram and Legal Output Official on YouTube for daily legal updates.